Hello, my name is Amber Midkiff. I teach at Muhlenberg County High School. I teach 9th and 10th graders, and I teach visual art. I also have two children, two little girls. One is 2 and one is 5, and one of them just started kindergarten, which is very exciting. I'm going to start with question 1. What talents, skills, and abilities do you possess that you believe are important to be an effective administrator? First of all, I think that I'm a really good leader. I've been a teacher for 9 years, and I'm very good at leading my classroom. I'm also very competitive. I feel like whatever school I became principal of would be a very competitive school. I have initiative. I like to make changes. And I'm also very organized, which I think is a very important quality for an administrator. So I know that principals have to be very organized, make lists, and have to be able to get their daily things done and get into the classroom. So I think that's extremely important. I'm also very energetic. I communicate well with others, and I'm also a very good problem solver. And I work well with children. I've worked with teenagers for several years, 14 to 16-year-olds, and I have 2 daughters, so I'm very easy to talk to. My students find me easy to talk to, and I think that that would be a good quality of an administrator. And I just feel like it's the next step in my career. It's what I was meant to do. I was meant to do more and to be a leader. My next question is question 2. How do you see yourself as a dispositional fit for school system leadership? Give a rationale for your answer. I feel like because I have 9 years of teaching experience, I'm experienced enough to become an administrator. And I just feel like I'm ready to move on to a bigger challenge. I also have the desire to help others be successful. And by that I mean teachers and students. I want to get into the classroom and help students and teachers by giving them feedback, helping them to improve their teaching. I think I would also work well with principals and other staff. I'm a very easy person to talk to, and I think that I would be a good team leader. And of course, I also want to improve academics. I enjoy looking at test scores and data. I like looking at how the school did from the past year to the present, and I would want to help my school improve their academics and get students ready to be college and career ready. The next question talks about what is your vision of a school for 21st century learners? And I think that they, of course, need to be college and career ready. At our school, that's what we were focusing on, is making sure that students are ready for college and for the real world when they get to be a senior. Whether that be a vocational job, such as automotive technician or electrician, they need to be ready. I think they need to start that at a young age, even in kindergarten, elementary school. And when I observe nowadays, I see them, they're all on the computers, and they already are so up to date with technology at such a young age that I feel like technology is also important for 21st century learners. They need to have projectors, TVs. They need to have their smartphones if they want to use those, if that's applicable. They need to be prepared for the real world and also to be lifelong learners. Just not just think that they're done when high school's over. And then also, let's see here, number 4, discuss the role of the educational administrator as a school system manager and instructional leader. Well, they're managers in ways such as they have to do paperwork, interdiscipline issues such as dress code violations into Infinite Campus. They also have to plan for meetings and get stuff ready for all the staff, do hall duty. And then I think that it transitions into being a leader when it deals more with academics, such as they have to be a guide for teachers and students and represent the school. They also have to set the climate and the culture. And by sitting, they have to be up front, be a positive role model and share that positive energy with the students and staff. They need to set the climate by being up there to greet students and making sure that they've had a good day or a good weekend and making sure that their needs are met, such as breakfast and clothes. And they also have to set the culture of the school by realizing that some students live in poverty and some students are from another country or something. So a principal needs to be aware of everything that's really going on so that students feel like they have a second home to come to and they want to come to school to learn and they feel welcome. And they also need to be able to talk to students and staff on a personal level and feel like they're approachable. So they have lots of different things to do, but there's a separation between being a leader and a manager. And then the last question, in your plan program, What would be a critical need that you would have in order to prepare you in becoming a successful administrator? I feel like that the main need would be to have a good staff on board, a motivated staff. Even my principal has said that without us, she couldn't do it. And so if you don't have a motivated staff on board, the students aren't going to be successful because they're the ones that are there to teach students and motivate them. They plan the curriculum. They help set the climate in the school. They're there in the mornings to greet the students and make sure that they're okay, and they are, are the ones that have classrooms where they feel respected, and they make it a positive place for the students to come and want to learn. So without a motivated staff on board, I feel like I wouldn't be a good, successful administrator. So I think that that's very important. Well, I hope that that's answered all the questions, and I look forward to hearing back from you, and I hope to become a principal. Thank you.